Welcome back to part 7 of the custom seat. Today I'm going to be trimming up the seat base to ensure the gaps are nice and tight around the side panels and petrol tank, and then start to fabricate the tail unit. So I've trimmed it off a couple of times already, and we're getting nearer to where I want, and I want it just shy, probably another couple of mil short of this leading edge here is the theory. And I might have to build it up a little bit on the inside and maybe even shave the back a little bit if it's too tight on the tank, but yeah, we're getting there. Trimmed it up 4 times now, very carefully, bit by bit, and I've got the sort of right distance, if you like, from the edge of the tank. What I have got though is a slight, it's flared too much sort of that way, and so therefore it's touching the tank on the back, and also there is a little bit in places, a little bit of a gap down the back of this edge where the original bit is like that, and it's kind of like that. So what I want to do is take off this leading, oh, can you see that? Right, let's do it. So that's the original sort of tank, the new stuff is like that. So I need to just take off this little edge so it's like that, build up on the inside, and then I can file away some of the outside. So it's a lot of playing around, a lot of tinkering and repeat work, but you know, it's got to be right. No point throwing it together, it's not a race, it's not a weekend challenge. So yeah, a little bit more work to do around here, and should be just filing that down. Another couple of layers of fiberglass on the inside, and then I can really start sanding down the back of this so that it's not fouling the tank, because I've got the line right. And I think, I don't know whether you can see it, let's have a close look. I'm much more pleased with this gap now here, which is sort of fairly evenly all the way around. As you can see, what I was talking about there, that it's not coming away, it's just the way the cardboard template was, and so on. So I'm going to file this leading edge down here. Some of that's a bit of filler anyway, and then I can sort of just bond in nicely, thickening up, and then I can, and round the tank here, the gap's right, but it's very well, the gap between the edge and where the tank starts, but it's binding, it's too tight against the tank. So I need to build up this edge here, and I can file away the back a little bit. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. At least fiberglass in is quite quick in some respects, with a trusty heater to ensure that it's setting off, because it's mighty cold out there. I think it's about sort of 4 degrees, and with wind chill it's probably 2. So in the garage now, nice and warm with a nice little heater. Let's crack on. I've taken down, rubbed down the edge, which used to be sort of like a step, if you like, and where it now allows me to kind of build up a nice flat and even layer around this top edge, and then when I've built up sufficient layers, I can then start to, if necessary, just remove some of this and take it back away from the tank. More fiberglass in. So this is the upstand that goes against the tank, and on the inside, where the foam's going to cover it up anyway, I've put 4 layers of fiberglass matting around there so that I can start to sand from the inside to keep it or to get it away from the tank. And if I need to put some more on, then I can always put another couple of layers, just so that I've got a nice strong support for it, but it's not touching the tank, because the cover for the seat is going to go down behind it, and I don't want it rubbing on the tank and taking the paint off. let that cure overnight, and then I can start trimming it off and tidying it up. See what it looks like. Right, back in the garage, I have trimmed off the 4 layers of fiberglass I've done around here, and after about 6 gently trimming and remarking and trimming and measuring, that is pretty damn close to exactly where I want it. It's stronger and but flexible, and I'm very, very pleased with that. I'm just having a look at the other side. Again, this gap down here and around there, very nice now, exactly where I wanted it. So that will be taken up by the seat cover and the foam, and that's looking pretty good. So just going to do some more filler now, just filling in a few things, making it all nice and smooth, and then I can fiberglass the rear section. So yeah, I am very pleased with that. That is mightily satisfying, I have to say. Right, I've just been sanding this all down, ready for prep, and it's all looking good, and the gaps are all looking pretty sharp, which I'm very pleased about. So what I'm going to do now is just cover this up with parcel tape, and I'm going to fiberglass it, just a couple of layers, just so that I can then remove it, and then at some point, subject to travel restrictions, lockdown and what have you, I'll put the foam on and then get the seat covered whilst I continue to work on the tailpiece. Of course, the way it's going, I'll have finished the tailpiece, it'll all be 100% finished, just waiting for the seat cover. But let's hope not. Okay. Fiberglass has set off overnight, so let's have a look at stripping that down. And first of all, I want to trim that back to the existing line of the seat base with the trusty Dremel, I think. I better drink my coffee first, otherwise it's going to be covered in fiberglass dust. So, day 12, 8, 9, 10, day 11 of the lockdown, and all's well. One of us has got a persistent tickly cough, but we think that's just hay fever, so fingers crossed. Keeping up to date with people on FaceTime. Can't get WhatsApp to work. What's all that about? Buy yourself an iPhone. And even with my mum on Skype. What a dreadful app. Anyway, apart from that, everything's going well. Not run out of food. Plenty of toilet rolls. On the basis we bought 200 at the beginning. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, getting to spend a little bit more time in the garage now, as we've all skulked off to four corners of the house to get a little bit of space from each other. And we've hidden all the sharp knives and stuff. But yeah, what a mad time, eh? God. Still, we're still here for the moment. Time will tell. Right, let's finish my coffee. Let's get on with this. Wearing the mask a lot these days. You know, trimming fiberglass, and especially with something like a high-speed cutting wheel on a Dremel. The last thing you want now is a lung full of dust and respiratory problems. So that's why I'm wearing the mask a lot. Better safe than sorry and all that.
And of course the ears, because I seem to have got a little bit of tinnitus going on. I think it's using power tools in a confined space. I bet you can't understand a word of that. I'll edit that out.
Yes, that's good. It's I'm not normally one for preaching about safety stuff and that, and we've all picked up a power drill or something, or a quick angle grinder or something. Occasionally gone, you know, and I thought, oh God, what am I doing? But I just see one of the video channel YouTubers, whatever. Recently, he was cutting some fiberglass for a seat, as it happens, and put on a mask. I thought, yeah, good man. Cutting it, clouds of dust everywhere. Finishes it, takes it off, takes his mask off, and then starts clapping himself down and patting himself, all these clouds of stuff. And I'm going, what are you doing, man? I'm thinking, duh. Right. So, trim that up nicely, and because I want, that is the sort of the reference point, if you like, of where everything else is going to fit from. And I have sort of turned this edge here, and I will trim that off in good time, as they say. But I do accept that it's a bit wobbly, but I will be able to sand that down, fill it, and it's going to have a layer of filler all over it. But yeah, that will allow me to get a grip and get it off of the base. So let's give that a try. This worked reasonably well. Yeah, it's nice and firm as a starter for 10. Of course, all of the tape, which acts as release tape, is stuck to the fiberglass, but I can get that out. Some of it comes off really easy, some of it is just stuck, and then I just have to use the trusty mini belt sander and just tear all that off. It's a bit of a pain, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll just carry on tidying this up, and I'll catch up with you next time.